Shohei Ohtani, he's getting called out. Craig Counsell in general has a problem with this Ohtani rule. The Cubs currently have 11 pitchers on the IL, 8 relievers on their IL. In MLB now, you're only allowed to have 13 pitchers on a roster because they want to promote less pitching changes, stops them from putting in a new reliever every inning. It also causes teams to leave their starting pitchers in the game longer. However, there's a clause in this rule. If you are a two-way player, like Shohei Ohtani, you don't count as a pitcher. So if you're a team with a two-way player, instead of having 13 pitchers, you can have 14 pitchers. So the Dodgers have 14 pitchers. Every other team is only allowed to have 13 pitchers. The Cubs could use that extra pitcher. Like I said, they got 8 relievers on the IL, and having 13 pitchers instead of 14 does cause some problems because now one guy gets hurt, you got to send him down. You can only send him down 3 times in a year. Do we want to send this guy down, but he's out of options? If we send him down now, could we send him down later? We got to DFA this guy. We got to fucking, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of complicated shit going on. Craig Counsell says it's unfair. According to one front office member, it's the, quote, most lopsided advantage in major professional sports. The Braves broadcaster also came out saying it was unfair. Now, the reason why they have the rule is because if there was ever a scenario like last season, if this wasn't a rule, Shohei's season would have been fucked. He came up and he was pitching like 2 innings at a time to rehab. The Dodgers probably wouldn't have wanted him to do that if they had to get rid of an entire pitching spot just to have him rehab in Major League Baseball. If there was ever a scenario where Shohei was like hurt, don't really see him as a full-time pitcher, they would just not let him pitch because it wouldn't be worth the roster spot. Now with the extra roster spot, if there was ever a scenario where Shohei was like, you know, half injured or trying to rehab, you could do it and not have to worry about a team just throwing it away. It incentivizes the two-way player, if you know what I mean. And maybe in the future, there'll be a new two-way player because of this rule. The Shohei rule needs to be a rule. Rules are rules. Is it a little unfair? Kind of. Does it make the sport better? Yes. So that's the question. Fundamentally, are rules for fairness or to make the sport better? Because sometimes the game being fair is not good for the game. But I would say that you got to put the game before fairness. Now, if the game's unfair, that's bad for the game. Everyone agrees with that. No one wants an unfair game. That's bullshit. So it's a tough balance.